Okay, Buell wiring takeoff. We're going off this main branch here. I've got an unknown that I haven't figured out yet, 2-pin. We've got one I've called Bad Day that I'll disconnect here after a bit, but it goes to this broken connector, 2-pin. I don't know where that one goes. It's broken, that's why I called it Bad Day. Okay, stop and start is this square one, which goes to the start and stop switch, the kill switch, and I think that yellow one's a start switch. Okay, this one is labeled as a brake light. I assume that's right. It's got a switch on it, so I assume that's a brake switch. With yellow and orange with white stripes. Or red with yellow stripe and orange with white stripe, I guess. Okay, that's taking care of this so far. Alright, coming off this other branch, we have the horn, which is a yellow and black and a black. And the coil wires. Okay, the coil wires. So I've got labeled the long one to the left in this view, and then the short one to the right. I'm pretty sure that this mounts to the front of the frame right here, I'm pretty sure. So I think that means is that the one that I've labeled short is for the front, and the long one is for the rear, or probably cylinder 1, the one that fires first. So for the long coil wire, we've got a white wire, and then we have red for the short one. So again, long is white, short is red. Coil red, coil white and black, I guess it's white and black, and then coil red. Okay, that's the coil. I've got an unknown connector here. I think I've seen that pin out somewhere. I don't know what it's for. Another unknown right here. Okay, we've got turn signal switches which aren't unpluggable. I'm just going to transport them with it. Don't know which one's right or left. And then we've got the gear change light assembly. Gear light, which has the neutral and other positions inside of it. A little display. I called it the gear light. Last one I think I have is this headlight. I think this is the headlight switch. Got a lot of rubber around it, and it unplugs back here. I'll probably relabel that, but that white one is the headlight. Okay, I think that's everything on this branch. So I'll probably start unplugging it so I can deal with it a little easier on this side. Pretty sure that's a ground. Pretty sure that's the oil pressure switch, which on the engine is right below the oil pump or oil filter. Unknown. I think this is the speed sensor. Right by the start area there's a blade connector, or spade I mean, and I think that's where that one goes. Also by the back of the engine there's a triangle one. Notice there's also a triangle one up here, so I don't know where that one plugs into what. But this one goes to the back of the transmission based on position. I think this is probably a starter or ground. Okay. Anyway, that's probably where I'll stop now. I do have a kickstand switch, which is this one, which I'll label up later. We'll start pulling out the wiring harness from the rest of the frame, and taking a guess at what we're seeing here. One other one is the ECM. Has this kind of bulky 2-pin. Oh, actually I'll bet I wouldn't be surprised if this one here is made for that. Oh, it's a heavy wire. Anyway, this was mounted to the front of the engine down in here, and there's our connection right there for that guy. And so this guy is our ECM which chases around the back of the engine. And it comes out there. There's that spade I was talking about. And here's our triangle connector, back of the engine, which feeds down through here. Let's see, our speed sensor. Oh, okay, there's our other triangle one. That one reaches up to that one we just identified. And that looks awful like a ground. That wouldn't make sense though, would it? It's got to be the starter. The starter solenoid. Oh, there's the speed sensor. That's what I was looking for right here. Okay, the second wiring bundle splits off. This is the kickstand with a bunch of other cables already identified. It comes up into this box, which I'm not going to pull out yet. This was battery grounds. These two blacks or 3 black wires. It went to here, right to the chassis. This is riveted on. We'll take it off last. This was frame mounted here. Flasher, electronic flasher. Okay, so it's a flasher. Then down here, we've got this box, this special box. These guys all attached to the frame. I'll pull off. What I wanted to pull out, show you though, was this. Has these 2 spade connectors that were coming right down here by the swing arm. So I don't know what those are yet. Red and white and orange and white maybe. So that'll have to be figured out. Anyway, I'm going to take it off and then I think that'll show the proximity of everything. Oh, other than the very back. We've got a broken wire here. Some for tail lights, maybe turn signals coming off the back here. Okay, now the wiring harness is finally out. Chased down through the paths, I guess, a little bit. Don't know, this was undone, so I can't say. This goes up to the well sender. This little guy's a speed sensor, I'm pretty sure. There's what I'm calling T1, which is on the back of the engine. I think that's a starter. There's a spade connector on the back of the engine by the starter, below the starter solenoid. This is the kickstand, safety switch. T2, which labeled T2, that's on the back of the engine but up higher. Different wiring harness. I don't know what this guy is. Have the ground cables right by the battery. It's a flasher. Hanging down by the back of the swing arm was these 2 blades. Don't know what they go to. Got another computer, I guess, of some kind. Maybe it's a voltage regulator of sorts. With this big connector here, I probably don't need to label that one. I guess I probably will. Fuse box, which is a bugger because that tab to get out slides into some sheet metal tabs. Same with this guy, sheet metal tabs. So these are relays, I imagine. And go back to the back for brake lights and turn signals, I think. Up to the front, I think it's pretty well documented. Up to the head. So this is the first fit of the transfer case. It looks like it fits pretty close. I need to go down a little bit on this hole. Down here, as you can see, it's not quite flush on the top, so it's not quite right, but it's close. pretty close around the drive, got it about right, so the reverse engineering experiments were about right. So I think we can probably stay with this MJF block in the back as our centerpiece until we decide to do something different. Maybe we'll see if we can cast that at some point, but plastic printed is okay for now. Anyway, this is encouraging actually, because it wasn't fitting that good until I got the bolt seated, not seated in here, and then cut off the little bolt tab in there that I couldn't accommodate with this design. Okay, and then with the wiring, probably end up building a shelf up in here, and for all the wires to hang on to. Just transferring everything over is not too bad. It's relatively clean. I think the way, just using the Buell the way it was, is not too bad. Well, today's study a little bit was trying to put a couple pipes on it, just some head pipes, so it's not breathing fire right out of the heads, I guess. And it should work okay. That stud down there probably needs to come out because I can't get the lower bolts in that, or I need to just change all the bolts to be to bolts instead of studs, which is probably okay. Probably the right thing to do. I just got to worry about leaks on the bottom side where there's oil. But we can put some silicone on them in theory and be fine, I think. So anyway, looks pretty good. The accident of the day, I grabbed a charger. I got this battery from the jet ski. Don't know if it's charged. So I grabbed a charger. The dad's got all zip tied up underneath the bench, and turns out, I think, when I plugged it in, this brake line got on fire. And you see how hot it got here, and it ruined it. It split. And so I think what happened is, my guess is that the battery charger must have a short, so we're putting all the power through the case. The case was touching right there. Couldn't have been the frame. It had to be that brake line, so it ruined the brake line. Funny what happens. So we got some gas that I haven't put any in yet. We'll see if that works okay, and at least to start it. So we might be getting close to just trying to get a start. Next thing will be electrical. I got the key in it and nothing happens, but I don't think I have. I'm expecting something probably should have happened when I turned it on, so I don't even know if I got power in it. Well, I can say no power in the battery except for it burned my brake line open. Not sure. Anyway, study will be power next. Okay, well, looks like we've been shorted out here in our starter assembly, and I'm not sure what I'm going to find yet, but that contact is supposed to be flat. It's all twisted with the bolt here, and so let's see if I can get this twisted back straight, see if I can understand if that's the reason for the short or not, but I'm assuming it might be. Should we just unplug the spark plug wires, or just the coil itself? Let's do the wires. see the oil going down, did you? That's it right here. Yeah. The oil pressure light never went off.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Go ahead and do it again. One more time.
Oh, oil pressure light's out.
Okay, I think there's oil coming in. Getting dirty oil.
Yep. Yeah, and the oil's out, light's out, so
Okay.
looks like it says we got oil pressure.
Okay.
I'm confused why that doesn't look like it's gone down.
Well, I guess that's going to have equilibrium, huh? At some point it's not.
Yeah, at some point it'll balance out, but I expected, you know, because we filled up the oil line, should have been empty, so.
Well, why don't you just hit it again? Now should this squirt straight out the front of this?
Is that return line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't go down, it's straight out.
Yeah,
Right,
you probably can see or feel the port in there.
That's what I'm trying to feel, is when you pump it, see if I feel it.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Well, I don't feel anything right now. That's what's strange.
So you did get some dirty oil.
Well, I did. You think it'd be wise to grab a cup and just pull that off and see if it's feeding into that? Let me go get one. It's easy to do. They still work good, don't they? Okay, you want me to crank it? Is that just a key and I turn it to start?
So there's the key that turns, there's two positions.
Oh.
It turns to accessory and then on. You see the tack light go on.
Yeah.
And then on the right of the steering column is the right switch gear and there's the yellow start button.
Oh, down here?
Yep.
Okay. Yellow start button?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Okay, we're going?
Yep.
Okay.
That goes on good.
Yeah. Funny how that is, isn't it? Okay, do you want plugs back in here?
Yeah, I guess so. Guess you're ready to that point. way. I don't know if you can see it.
Which way?
That way.
Oh, it went that way. We got oil down here. Looks like fresh oil there. Oh, that might be some of our. Oh, it's coming out of here.
So that's important pepper.
I think so. I think that goes to a cage or cooler.
That goes to the mount that sticks out the side. This guy, I'm surprised it has oil on it.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Huh. So they actually got that board or drilled right into the oil galley, huh?
If there ought to be any seal on it, it seems like there should be. Guess we'll just put this in for now.
Want some Teflon on it?
Yes.
I got it if you want it. See a spark plug?
Yep.
Looks like our gap's the same.
Did it land on its head? Okay. See any reason not to?
Want it to be a choke or anything?
Yeah. Well, what we may want to do is, I thought I could smell some gas.
Oh.
I would be surprised if the carburetor is even semi-functional, but what we may want to do is get some fluid.
Starting?
But I think we'll just kick it first and see what happens.
Okay. All right.
Ready for that?
Yeah.
Turn it over now.
Another battery. You may want to put two of those in parallel.
Well, I'm going to make sure these grounds feel like they're
Yeah, both these charged, so.
shift rounds. Yep, that one loose.
Oh.
Let's see.
You want, let's do this. Let's see if we have 12 volts. Do you want to put this other battery on just in case, or you feel okay about it?
I assume this was okay. It was turning over a minute ago.
Okay.
You want to change it?
Well, no, let's check the battery voltage on it. I guess that's what we ought to do while we're trying to start it. Let's see if we actually have 12 there, or what we got. Well, I can go ahead and push the start button. See what the volt battery's telling us. It's staying at 12. Why then, if it dropping below that, tell me when you're ready.
Well, let me
Turn the key on.
12.04.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Huh?
It drops to 4.
To 4. Well, I think we better put on another battery that's going clear to 4.
Well, what would you expect?
Oh, 10, 9, I think.
I've never watched that.
But I wouldn't expect to go down to that. So it's. I've got a trickle charger. I think you want to have on that. In fact, I'll go get it. It'll tell us the percent of charge on that. So let's hook it up before we unhook it. Let's see what it tells us, and if it says we're down to 6 volts or something, I don't know. Okay. Want me to get some starting fluid? You're ready for that? Want me to choke it?
Sure.
Get over here with the bloody ears and my already wrecked hand, huh? Okay, I'll grab some starting fluid. Okay, I'm ready. Dylan's ready when you are, I guess. Okay, here we go. Whoa, it gave a pop. You want more pop?
So once more.
Got the throttle? What could possibly go wrong? See, does that need to be down in there to inside here? Oh, it's got a slot over there, huh? Okay, we're in. Want me to hold that in?
I think if I just hold it tight, I'll probably get it.
I might not be able to spray and do that same
Yeah,
time.
I'll hold it here. I can hold it here.
Okay.
And once I have it in there, then I can do it. Oh, we must have the wrong side again.
Oh, you know, I can run it too from here if you want me to. Whoa!
There she is.
So we can run on gas now.
Oh, was it running? Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't give it anything else, so you had control of it.
Yeah.
Huh. change in it, didn't it? Did your light go out on your oil pressure?
Well, it went out when we were pumping it up, so I haven't seen it since.
Okay. So it hasn't ever come back on, huh? Or just sitting?
Try one more. Front light, so yeah, there's the oil light.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, there goes out, huh? Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, it's definitely the cool category. Huh. Well, congratulations.
That's cool.
Like you say, the carburetor didn't have to work. That was not necessary. Huh.
And the horn works, by the way.
Oh. Well, it's out there, but I thought maybe it was just there. It does actually work.
Oh, I need to, yeah, I lost one of the screws at the back of the tack, I remember now, so I need to work on that. Then it probably will work.
Oh. Is it a nut or
The
is it a
speedometer is working. No, it's a long screw, a little dinky, strange
Oh.
screw. I looked through your stuff, I didn't see anything like it.
Like it? Did you look everywhere?
No. In
Okay.
fact, maybe what I'll do is pull it out so we
What
look
is it,
at
about
it.
a 632 or something?
I need it to be smaller than that. It's a
Oh.
little tiny.